back up. They're going that way. They're going that way, guys. You guys gotta back up.
Terence Crawford and Gervonta "Tank" Davis had an unexpected encounter yesterday, following their dramatic back and forth on the social media platform X, formerly Twitter. The tension between them had been building up through their online exchange, but what happened next seemed almost destined. What began as a verbal confrontation online quickly escalated into something far more intense. The chaos started when Terence Crawford was returning from the Ring Magazine Awards in London, while Gervonta Davis, who had recently taken some time away from his training camp, was having a meeting outside the United States. With Davis set to resume his camp soon, it appeared that the two were bound to cross paths in a way no one could have anticipated. Fate brought Terence Crawford and Gervonta "Tank" Davis face to face, and it was the perfect setting for chaos to unfold. Tank Davis was the first to spot Crawford, and instead of ignoring him, he approached the former undisputed welterweight champion. Davis confronted Crawford, questioning the online feud between them. Crawford, not taking him seriously, offered a few words before walking away. Undeterred, Davis continued to yell, prompting Crawford's team to step in and pull him away from the pound-for-pound king. It looks like things are heating up between Terence Crawford and Gervonta Davis. While many are anticipating a potential Crawford versus Canelo fight, we should also be open to the possibility of Crawford and Davis facing off, whether in the ring, a street fight, or something else. This tension seems to be an extension of what transpired at the Ring Magazine Awards in London on Saturday, where Davis was among those not pleased with Crawford's presence. The story between these two isn't over yet, and it could take any number of turns. The London Ring Magazine Awards this past weekend saw the best of boxing royalty in attendance, but one notable absence stood out: Gervonta "Tank" Davis. Despite announcing his retirement in 2025, Davis, with an unbeaten record of 30-0 and 28 knockouts, has firmly established himself among boxing's elite. However, he was likely not invited due to his strained relationship with Riyadh Season and Sheikh Turki Alec, the individuals who also own the Ring magazine. It appears Tank wasn't too happy about being left out, feeling snubbed by the omission from the prestigious event. Gervonta Davis made several posts on his X, formerly Twitter, account, which he later deleted, expressing his displeasure. Terence Crawford took the opportunity to mock him, sparking a dispute on social media that continued into Tuesday. Davis's frustration led to a series of deleted posts, where he criticized both the organizers and the attendees of the event. While Davis's absence from the Ring Awards remains unclear, it's evident he isn't on the best terms with the Riyadh Season team. However, he did get a response from none other than Terence Crawford. The rivalry between Terence Crawford and Gervonta Davis has been brewing for a while, with both champions exchanging barbs and taunts. Reports suggest Crawford, who recently met with Sheikh Turki Alec, might be inching closer to a blockbuster showdown with Canelo Alvarez later this year. However, it was Davis's absence from the Ring Magazine Gala that sparked Crawford's response. Taking a jab at Davis, Crawford laughed and posted, "I see somebody mad they weren't invited to the Ring Magazine Gala. I remember being left out. That's why when they let me in, I crushed the party," accompanied by mocking emojis. This came in response to Davis's deleted posts, which some users managed to capture. To understand Crawford's taunt, we need to look at the original posts Davis made expressing his frustration. Although Davis deleted his posts, several publications managed to capture and report on them. In one post, Davis questioned, "Why didn't they invite everybody?" adding, "But they invited people they deal with. Get out of here, stop bum eating." He seemingly directed his frustration at Eddie Hearn, saying, "Look at that little rat thinking he came up on something." Davis then continued, urging the attendees to fight each other since they had such a stacked roster. He also took aim at Sheikh Turkey Alec, asking him to take the opportunity to fight among the guests, while criticizing him for not knowing anything about boxing. In his deleted posts, Gervonta Davis took aim at Sheikh Turkey Alec, seemingly alluding to the head of Riyadh season. He criticized the idea that Alec was considered good for boxing, saying they want to act like this guy is good for boxing when he's not good at stuff. If so, why isn't he building up people from where he's from? This guy knows nothing about boxing at all, and this is who they're turning to. Davis continued to slam Alec, questioning why he wasn't training fighters from his own area if he truly had boxing knowledge. Davis also expressed his frustration with fighters who leave America to make money abroad, only to return to nearly empty arenas. He ranted about how, unlike him, many fighters take that route, but in the end, they don't draw much of a crowd to their fights. The dispute between Davis and Crawford raged on until Tuesday. Things escalated when Davis bragged to Crawford about his wealth, which Crawford responded to in a way that seemed to offend Davis. In another series of deleted posts, Tank called out Crawford, questioning how much money he truly had. The back-and-forth exchange only fueled the tension between the two champions. In one of his deleted posts, Gervonta Davis fired back at Crawford, saying, "Makes I still make more than you. You'll think he's chasing greatness. He's not. That's what he has to do to make decent money. The first thing a rich fool tells another rich fool is that he has more money than you. I bet I have more investments than you, and I don't owe $1 in taxes. You can't buy anything I can't buy and want, sir, and that's a fact. Let's see who has the longest lasting money, smart boy." Speaking on Asterisk, the Breakfast Club Asterisk, a calm and unbothered Terence Crawford acknowledged Gervonta Davis's skill in the ring, but suggested there are levels in boxing. He downplayed the banter, saying, "If he comes up to 147 thinking, he's just going to knock me out, he's got another thing coming." While a clash between the two American boxing icons may never materialize, Crawford's focus remains on one fight, his upcoming bout with Canelo Alvarez.
Gave a little prediction on the fight, talked about Errol has a metal shield and you have a glass shield, talked about the punch resistance. What do you think of Tank's assessment, man?
Terence Crawford and Gervonta Davis are currently separated by 3 weight divisions, but they've shared the ring in the same classes before. Crawford began his career at lightweight, where Davis is still a world champion. Crawford then became undisputed at super lightweight, a division where Davis has also won a title. Since then, Crawford has moved up, clearing the welterweight division and making his debut at 154 libs last year. Meanwhile, Davis remains at lightweight, holding the WBA world title and continuing to knock out opponents. The powerful Baltimore native has claimed in the past that he could knock Crawford out, likely in jest, but Crawford, the bigger man, has cautioned Davis not to punch above his weight.
I mean, you came up from 35, right?
He ain't fighting no real guys at 47.
So, okay. What about, everyone's talking about Errol?
While the fight between Terence Crawford and Gervonta Davis seems highly unlikely, some believe it wouldn't be a one-sided affair. In an interview with Real Life Productions, multi-division world champion Roy Jones Jr. called it a good damn fight, clearly thinking it would be competitive if the two met just under the welterweight limit. Jones gave Davis a solid chance, saying, "I don't see anybody around that's going to beat Bud. unless it's somebody way bigger than him. But don't sleep on the fact that if he and Tank fought at about 145, that's a good damn fight, you understand me?
But Crawford, on the other hand, I don't see nobody around that's gonna be that beat Bud unless it's somebody way bigger than him. But don't sleep on the fact that
both Crawford and Davis are known for their high boxing IQs, and Davis, in particular, stands out for his explosive power. Roy Jones Jr. pointed out that this is something Davis has that Errol Spence lacked. An explosive fighter can go a lot of places, Jones said, adding, "I was able to cover the weights I did because I was so explosive." Explosiveness keeps people in check. While the two American stars continue their separate campaigns, Crawford is chasing a potential showdown with super middleweight champion Canelo Alvarez, which would require a 14-pound jump. Meanwhile, Davis will face Lamont Roach Jr. in March, and according to his latest press conference, he's planning to retire by the end of the year. Fans of Davis can look forward to his upcoming fight with Roach, scheduled for March 1st at the Barclays Center.
if him and Tank fought at about 145, that's a good daggone fight, you understand me? Matter of fact, I'm saying that's a good damn fight, you understand me? Because they both have very high IQs and Tank is very explosive. See, that's the one thing, Tank.
While Terence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez seems set to be the next big fight, Gervonta Davis has now thrown his hat into the conversation. Reports suggest that Crawford and Canelo have agreed to a deal for a mega fight later this year, bringing together two of the best pound-for-pound fighters in boxing. The deal is believed to have come together after the two met separately with Saudi chief Turki Al-Sheikh in London over the weekend, following a year of back-and-forth discussions. While most in the boxing world are excited about the potential showdown between Crawford and Canelo, it appears another of the sport's biggest stars, Davis, isn't all that impressed.
Easy work. I heard him say, "I'm easy work." If I was easy work, you would take all that money that he's offering you.
Gervonta Davis seems unimpressed by the potential fight between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, and now his coach, Calvin Ford, has shared his thoughts on the matchup. The debate over who would win between Canelo and Crawford continues to ignite excitement, with the fight being one of the biggest in boxing, featuring two pound-for-pound greats. Although it would require Crawford to make a significant weight jump, Ford has weighed in on the potential showdown, speaking with Fight Hype and leaning toward one side of the argument.
Terence Crawford, Canelo situation, do you think that's a fight where they could get to a weight that makes sense? Do you think that the weight would affect Terence Crawford?
Canelo's the king. Whatever he say,